Cool. So we're actually gonna have Vortex NA back to cast the next game because I realize Edgel will be in it.
Haha!
For the first time in Edgel's career, he will be in the final. Actually, it's the semi-final.
Oh, what? Oh, you're right.
Man, guys, don't post me links while I'm doing the stream. I have no idea what they could do. They could potentially just blow up the world. Oh, Aricat is on her way.
Aricat, yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have the honor, no, the privilege of seeing the one and only Aricat, whom this tournament is named after, and she left the game. Wow, maybe I hyped her up a little bit too much.
She was embarrassed. I mean, she doesn't, like, Second Wind doesn't want to win too hard, so they don't want to have Aricat. Like, I understand that.
Well, the tournament is named after her, so it does put pressure on them to perform. Meanwhile, the chat is just going crazy with the Aricat chant.
Aricat!
This should be a great game. We have Second Wind versus the... I always forget these guys' name. These guys are newcomers. They are the Pyramid Hype Train. So, it should be good.
I mean, I hear there's a lot of hype around them.
Oh no, they are a very big deal. Also, notice... There we go. Got Aricat, the password. Also, you guys will notice that the Pyramid Hype Train has pyramids in all of their summoner icons. That is planned.
That's similar to what the Rolling Pots usually do. They didn't do it for last game, so maybe that's why they won. That's why we won, I guess. Oh, hey, Vortex wants you to play the Log Horizon link he gave you in the stream.
Okay, I normally don't do this. I'm gonna go ahead and open this.
Uh-oh,
If it's dirty photos of your grandma.
Ew.
Unfortunately, that has happened on stream many times. Because I have terrible friends.
Yeah, you do. That guy doesn't have to...
Alright, it looks like we're ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and pause this, sorry, for the game. Beautiful music, though. Couldn't tell what they were saying, but...
It's from Log Horizon. It's actually a really good anime if that's your cup of tea. Anyways, I wonder if Blue or the Second Wind has noticed that their guy's name is I Main Draven. I would assume that they would ban Draven.
Yeah, I would also assume that, but you never know. It could all be a trick.
Ooh. Actually, I know it's not. I looked at his match history. He plays a lot of Draven. I would say he mains him.
I think in order to have a name like that, you either have to be a pretty good troll or be very dedicated to that champion.
And the blue team Kassadin ban. Do you think that's because Second Wind doesn't play Kassadin, or? Oh my gosh, all the AD carry bans.
Yeah, do you know what that is? That is
a target ban.
A target ban.
Ellen.
Yeah, they are those are his two best champions. They are target banning the crap out of him.
But so they're gonna go Teemo next, I'm guessing. Oh, there's the Draven ban. I knew it.
Oh, and the third ban's the charm.
There it goes. I expect them to ban another area and just hit Fallen where it hurts. Nope, LeBlanc. That's also a really good ban. LeBlanc's got a very high win percentage.
And there's the Lucian pickup. Very strong right now. Phenomenal AD carry. One of my favorites. Those of you who watch the stream on a daily basis know that.
Yeah, Lucian's just always in a really strong place. He can pretty much be played in any comp and just always be strong. And Vayne with Clarity Cleanse, Clairvoyance Cleanse, I suspect those will be changed. But, you know, Vayne, one of the strongest scaling AD carries in the game, can pretty much kill anybody in a 1v1 if played right.
Right, and he's going into one of the most balanced and strong AD carries. That's, I don't think Lucian's like, he's not the strongest laner, but he's very, very normal, I think. But when you get into the team fight phase, I think he does excel. His mobility, puts him ahead. Maybe.
Yeah, and to be good with laning with Lucian, you have to be really good about lighting up your Q with those creeps.
Yeah, being able to get that extra damage.
But against a Vayne, he shouldn't have too much trouble. He should be able to easily outtrade her early on, as long as he avoids getting hit by the silver bolt procs. So far, very strong lanes coming out from second lane. Renekton is a very, very strong holy top laner, and I really like this Wukong pickup. I think he's very strong in the jungle. Especially because you have the outplay potential of throwing down your clone and making Lee Sin Q that thing. That's always awkward. Xerath.
Interesting.
I wonder if Ari Cat's taking a page from Nimble's book, playing the support Xerath.
I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see a Janna come out here. Ariket's Janna is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, she's been practicing a lot of Morgana too, and Morgana, Jat says, yep, there's the Morgana. Jat has been saying that Morgana he considers one of the strongest supports in the game right now, because that Black Shield is just very, very strong in lane. It comes down to hitting. You have to be able to hit a lot of your Dark Shields and Bindings. And I don't know if Arikat's running the whole, all cooldown runes that most people do, but it can be very strong.
Yeah, definitely. I think that Morgana, especially into a Thresh or a Leona, who are the two premier supports, I mean, she just stops everything they do,
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Second Wind versus the Pyramid Hype Train. We're going to go ahead and get a straw poll. Sorry, we forgot to do that last time.
So, Jordan, walk us through. Tell us what each of these comps are going to want to be doing. What's blue team? What do you think their plan is going into this game, as opposed to what purple team's plan is?
That is a great question. I think that the blue team has a very, very good kind of. Well, they have a great engage with Wukong and with the Renekton, and they have great sustained damage with Lucian, and then obviously Poke. They have a pretty decent siege comp. Also, and it's kind of a counter-engage comp, because if they do go on somebody, let's say that they catch Lucian out, he has that shield and the heal from Nidalee, the shield from Morgana, and then they can counter-engage. So, really, I view that blue team as kind of a siege comp that then can counter-engage really well. And purple team looks more to me like, Ziggs can poke equal, I think, with Nidalee in most cases, but they also have a great engage with the Thresh Hook and then Equalizer coming out of Rumble. So both team comps are similar. But I think that purple team is going to be more about protecting the AD carry and letting him really lead them to victory.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I really like the purple team's kind of big all-in dragon fights early on. The Rumble's one of the strongest dragon fighters. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, as soon as Rumble hits level 6, him roam down to the Dragon Pit and then try to get some big 5v5 combo. In theory, hopefully they can get Vayne fed off that and have him just go nuts split pushing. I like the early game Ziggs against the Nidalee. I think Ziggs is a very strong pick against Nidalee if played right. Obviously, your Nidalee, it might be a little different since you just happen to hit everybody all the time with your spears.
Well, no, Ziggs is very strong against Nidalee. He can poke just as well as her, if not better. And really, once he gets his chalice, it's his lane until Nidalee hits level 6 or 7-ish.
Yeah. But what I do like from Blue Team is they do have a very good poke comp where they just want to kind of like siege up these towers and then poke disengage. And as soon as they catch someone with that Morgana binding, they are essentially going to be blown up by Lucian. Nidalee's got a free spear attempt and the Wukong. And then they have a good engage 4v5 after that. So I really actually like the Morgana pickup here just for the pick potential and the disengage that she provides. Morgana is actually a very good disengage champion if you can hit her ult on multiple people while you're running. Now the thing is, I think that most Morganas start with the new Spell Thief's Edge, and it's really strong in lane. I would like to see her swap to the Chalice, or not the Chalice, the coin late game though, as the as the active from the Shurelya's item is going to be very necessary in helping them disengage.
So is that something that we've seen in competitive play in the pro scene? Is starting with that Spell Thief's Edge and then moving over later on to the other to the Shurelya's Reverie. What is that? Sorry, I'm having.
I just call it the coin and then Shurelya's. I'll look up the title of the actual item. Yeah, but it is. Elimination likes to do it. That's the Talisman of Ascension.
There we go. I could have gotten that if we would have waited long enough. So yeah, the Talisman of Ascension obviously is one of the strongest late game items. That speed buff is huge in team fights and engage and disengaging. It's basically like a little mini Sivir ult without the attack speed buff. So
yeah, and you saw in our last game when we were running Sivir and with the Talisman, we were just so fast.
Right. No, and I mean, imagine having like a Sona's E as well.
Yeah. And so that's what you see a lot of people do. The Frost thing or the Queen's Claim or whatever it's called. Crap, I'm so sorry for not knowing this. The Frost Queen's Claim. It's not necessarily as strong late game, but it does generate more gold for you in the early game, as well as like the Relic Shield also generates more gold than the coin and gives you more stats, so it lets you be more aggressive in lane.
Yeah,
and so
definitely.
that's what I saw Elimination do, and I would consider Elimination on the top 3, if not the best support in the NA scene at this moment. So it's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, no. So quickly, guys, going over the votes. Last call for votes on that straw poll I posted in chat. Right now, it is Second Wind at 7 votes and 70% of the popular vote. Hype Train with only 30%. That being said, Hype Train is new to the program. Second Wind's been around. They've gotten fans. People like them. And so this should be a good game.
Let's be honest. They're just voting for Ahri Cat.
That could be possible. So I have a question for you. In that top lane matchup, obviously Renekton is quite the bully, and Rumble probably is a little better late game with the team fighting aspect. Do you think that Renekton's early game though is going to be enough to never let Rumble get going?
I don't. I think Renekton will be able to bully him around for a long time, but Rumble has the knack of having everyone stand on his ult. I don't know why. They must just like the red carpet or something. But one good Rumble ult can literally end a game, and Rumble is going to be a tad bit stronger than Renekton in the Dragon team fight, which could add a lot of gold to their pocket. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see if the blue team kind of just ignores the first Dragon and just tries to push the lane while everybody's doing it, as long as Rumble's there, of course. I do think Rumble will get going. I don't necessarily think he's any stronger than Renekton late game, but I think you can play around the Rumble a little bit more than you can the Renekton.
Yeah, no, that's true. I totally agree with that.
As long as you stay out of the choke points, Rumble's not as strong. The Baron, if you have a Baron, if they attempt doing Baron and Rumble hits everyone with their ult, that's essentially going to be a one-team fight because the Baron shreds everyone's MR.
Yeah, no, that is that is a big part of what makes Rumble so strong. And they've done a lot of things to try and nerf him. I mean, they've taken the on hit off of his ult, but I mean, just the concept of that entire zone doing so much damage.
And also, I would like to see how Rumble build. I know Mega Zero really prefers to build a Leandries first, and that does a lot of damage.
Yeah, well, you know, my experience with that is I like to get the Leandry second, and that's just because I like to wait till people have a little bit of health before I start using that health percentage burning item.
Right.
But definitely it's a great item on Rumble, on most any champion, really.
Ooh, Bane's heading top. And, you know, this makes sense. If they do a lane swap, this makes a lot of sense. Double Lift talks about how he in today's game, Double Lift realized that their Vayne lane wasn't as strong, so they just moved top to just dodge out on having to play it. And I think the Morgana Lucian lane is much stronger than a Thresh Vayne lane, so I'm actually really excited to see a 2v1 swap. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, that is an excellent tactical decision to get the Lucian Morgana away from the Vayne Thresh. Very smart tactical decision. Rumble will have kind of a hard time farming, though.
Yeah, he really will.
So we are seeing pretty basic level 1 things going on. Both teams playing very smart, very careful, covering kind of those entry points to the jungle.
Thresh and Vayne are moving to make sure that they don't invade red.
Minions have spawned.
And it looks like we're going to see a pretty quiet level 1, ladies and gentlemen.
And Chop Shop doing the thing all good Lifeguard Renekton's do, just spam that recall animation.
Well, you know what? If you've got it, flaunt it. That's what my mom always says.
Your mom's a smart woman. Wait. That might not necessarily be a good thing.
No, definitely not a good thing. Whoa! Oh, man, they caught Chop Shop a little bit there. He was not ready for that.
And that's probably going to force a recall. And he started Doran's Blade too, that's really rough. The Rumble's starting Doran's Shield's a lot better.
Right. Not knowing that lane swap was there, he was planning on being very, very aggressive. Looks like they're also having some success denying Rumble farm, though. Both top laners are going to be in for a rough ride here. Chop Shop is healing up a little bit. He did use that health pot. He does have a lot of sustain with that charged Q, but we'll see if he sticks around to use it.
And you see what the purple team did here was, oh wow, they got another catch.
Wow, and that's going to be first blood. An incredible play by the Thresh. I mean, that was phenomenal. And then the Condemn from Vayne, great play coming out of the pyramid hype train.
This is going to be a lot of damage pushed on the tower. They have a pretty big wave here. They're trying to push it up a little bit more.
Wow, great spear by Nidalee. That's going to lower Ziggs to a little bit under half health.
Yeah, that's really the danger of playing Ziggs into Nidalee. One spear is going to hurt you a lot. Oh, and here comes the game.
And it looks like this could be a dead Ziggs. Flashes come out. Oh, and the red buff, second win Sigma takes the kill. They have 3 men pushing top. So I mean, they want this turret. This is a focal point of their strategy, and it looks like they're diving him. The Condemn comes down, and oh, it looks like that's going to be a kill for a kill. Renekton picks up the kill on the Lee Sin. A great job by him to get back across that minion pile and stun the Lee Sin as soon as Lee Sin had used his E. So that was a good job by Renekton to pick up that kill.
Yeah, and I really like the tower dive there. I feel like they could have definitely played it a little bit better. Oh,
the Condemn comes out on the clone, and it looks like this could be a very dead Vayne. Oh, and the barrier.
And that's all the summoners. So now that top lane or the bot lane up there has to play a little bit safer, whereas Fallen and Aricat haven't had to need any help, and they have almost the same damage on the turret. I mean, it's a little bit more down bot, but a little bit more HP, but that's really not good for the purple team. What's their name again?
They are called the Pyramid Hype Train.
Hype Train, yeah. So in these kinds of situations as a jungler, you either want to die and push 3v1 or you want to defend. So it's a little strange to see that this Wukong's just farming up as he should probably be helping his bot lane, since his bot lane, with the bot lane turret being not having that armor boost or the damage reduction, they could do a lot of damage to that and probably get this first. They're going to want to get that tower first and then transition to a dragon.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's definitely part of the plan here. And Renekton is having a hard time up here. He's at 6 farm. Rumble has 16. Did we lose you, Agile?
No, I'm here.
Oh, sorry, I thought I heard the noise that Skype dropped off. My bad. But yeah, I mean, he's having a really hard time. Not a fun game for Renekton at all.
Lee Sin coming in here for a gank on the mid lane.
And it's looking like Nidalee's going to walk out of that one.
He jumped the wrong way. That's unfortunate.
And a lot of damage is going to be coming down on this bottom turret. We're seeing Ahri Cat and Second Wind Fallen really push this out.
And you know, as soon as this is done overheating, they might be able to dive this.
Yeah, that looks like that is a dive. And it's going to be...
Oh, Phase Ult comes down though. And
wow, that's going to maybe be a double kill for Rumble.
That was really good.
Yeah, that's a double kill.
Rumble comes
What
out
a fabulous play.
You know, that really comes down to, I really think that comes down to the Wukong deciding not to come down and helping him out. Like, I think in a 2v1 scenario, you want as much jungle help as you can, either to defend with the Renekton or to push with the 3.
Well, it looks like Wukong has been, it looks like they caught Lee Sin here. And we'll see what goes on. Nidalee's on her way over here. And that's going to be, oh, so close.
Oh, and the Ziggs ult misses.
The Q sure didn't. And that is the end of Lee Sin. Renekton's going to have to go back. It looks like they're forfeiting this top tower. This will be the push to take it, I believe.
Yep.
Meanwhile, bot lane, the turret has about 50% HP.
Blue team's turret
Lucian
has
and
been
Morgana are
destroyed.
back after that failed tower dive. Tower dive's gone wrong.
Yeah, this is just really good for the Pyramid Hype Train. They've got a lot going for them right now. Their Vayne is up on CS. They got the first tower. I wouldn't be surprised to see Vayne and Thresh push this up so they as to stop the freeze. Oh, never mind, they're just backing. They probably just want Dragon Control right now.
Right, I would assume that they back right now and head down and obviously take that. We'll see though, this could be the end of this turret right here for, see he seems to take that extra turret shot. That's the one issue they've been having. If it weren't for that, I think they get that kill on Rumble. He just gets the turret aggro a second early.
I think it was a bit of miscommunication because the Morgana didn't throw her binding or anything. Ideally, you want the support to take the tower aggro right off the bat and not the AD carry.
Right. Just a little bit of coordination.
And
yeah, not to take anything away from Rumble, that was a fabulous play. And it looks like this Wukong just did his blue buff. He's going to be up here for this next engagement. And Renekton, man, he is hard pressed right now. He's down 2 levels. Oh, and there's the ultimate coming out of Wukong.
Uh-oh, but he walked right into the level choke point.
And that's going to be a 1-for-1. Nidalee's here to pick up the 2-for-2, it looks like.
Yep.
And if they can get away from Ziggs, this was a worthwhile trade. Oh, wow, they're going to turn it around on Ziggs. And a heal from Nidalee to save the day, and then a spear. Tremendous heal from Nidalee. She healed the millisecond she had to.
Good play. And then Second Wind, knowing that the Thresh is down, went a little bit aggressive on that Vayne here. But Lee Sin's there to make sure to defend that.
Yeah, and both AD carries are about at the same gold right now. Vayne obviously has a little bit, picking up that first blood. But that was an awesome, awesome play by Nidalee. I can't just get on his dick enough for that one. That was fabulous.
This literally making the play. It's 3-0 and 1. Hoping here's the Thresh.
Doing a great job zoning them out there is that Thresh.
And you know an interesting thing that you just saw from Thresh is he threw his lantern behind him as to feint that Lee Sin's with him.
Yeah, that was just to get mid CS. And it looks like this is going to be a dead Ziggs. Maybe not. Barrier comes down. Nope.
Yep.
This bot lane and this jungler, they're going hard. They're both big at 2-0 and 4 and 3-0 and 2. And Wukong shows up to steal red just a second too late. He sees the body of the golem there. Weeps a tear for his fallen friend. And a missed hook by Thresh. Close, definitely close. And that was a great combo by Vayne. The tumble, activating the third auto attack, and then getting out. Ooh. And if this is a duel that I don't think Lee Sin can win. Meanwhile, top, it looks like they're going to be picking up a kill on Rumble. Equalizer's down. Maybe they aren't going to be picking up the kill.
Sitting in it. You gotta kite out of that.
And now it looks like Chop Shop is going to be picking up the kill. Oh my gosh! This Rumble is playing great!
And an interesting thing you'll notice, people, is look at, he's got an elixir rolling. An elixir of brilliance. He bought that to get that CDR, and that CDR really coming up big for him there.
And a pretty decent defense there by the Ahri Cat in second wins, Fallen. You know, they were both low health. They did a great job of managing that. Nidalee just going hard with these spears. She's in full control of mid lane right now. She's up about 10 CS and 3 kills.
Apparently that Renekton had some lag issues in that last fight, it looks like.
Oh, did he?
That conversation.
Yeah, it did seem like that, didn't he? He just kind of walked away when he could have definitely helped.
Yeah. Which is a really, really unfortunate. And Rumble getting his sword shoes, going for that all 10. And he might that amp tome, I'm telling you, it might be going into the Liandry's.
I think you're right. I think that tome is going to be a Liandry's.
This game's going to really fall on this Wukong and this Nidalee here, it looks like. The bot lane's not doing bad, I should say. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, you know, Fallen is actually caught up in farm, and he's only 1 kill behind Vayne. It's actually a very even bot lane. When they fight, it tends to go in the favor of the Pyramid hype train. But that's not to say that it couldn't go the other way with one binding, you know.
Yeah.
With just one slight change in the fight. I mean, they're both pretty close. Item-wise, they're even Stevens.
Yeah, that's true. The only problem is Vayne, I feel, is a much harder scaler than Lucian.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It looks like
Oh, that was an
Lee Sin is not getting a kill.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he's toying with that Nidalee. This is not a guy you want to toy with. He's been pretty on point with those spears.
Yeah.
There goes the Rumble onto Nidalee. It looks like an invisible Wukong sneaking up, but Rumble's going to walk away. Renekton is now trickling through the jungle towards mid. It's going to be perfect timing, it looks like, if they do this.
Oh, and here comes
Equalizer
Rumble.
comes out. The flash hook out of Thresh to no avail. We'll see if they decide to fight this or if they cede this first. They concede this first turret.
It's a lot of ults down for Purple Team, and if they keep getting hit by these spears, they won't be able to fight.
Yeah, in fact, I would say if they get hit by another spear here, it would be in Second Wind's best interest to push this.
Yeah, definitely. Or even just go for the Dragon right here. With the Rumble down, Dragon should be a huge point of contention. Especially with the Renekton ult up.
Yeah, and it looks like both teams are here, but it looks like Wukong is backing. It looks like they're not going to contest this with anything more than Nid Spears. However, if the hype train doesn't get started on this soon, he'll be back. In fact, I'm going to predict he will be back for this fight. Looks like Lucian is playing a little loose.
Oh,
The binding goes down on Rumble, but no big deal. Rumble just kind of dances on out of that. Puts up that scrap shield and floats away.
They're really going for a pick here.
Yeah, this is looking like quite an interesting fight. A
Yeah, but
good
unfortunately
idea.
the Wukong